Hey everybody, Dan here, publisher of Argo Comics, and I'm here to let you know about the Argo 5 Volume 1 trade paperback Kickstarter. So, I'm going to show you all right now that I have the proof of the book. Okay, it encapsulates the first 6 issues, that's issues 0 through 5 of Argo 5. Right here we have a cover, pencils by Kevin Sharp, no, inks by Nelson Asensio, and colors by Giuseppe Pica. So Kevin Sharp, I guess well known for X-Men Savage Land, Legion of Superheroes, among other titles. Longtime fan of his, was able to secure this cover by him. Nelson Asensio did a phenomenal job with the inks, and Giuseppe did a also phenomenal job on the colors. So this is the trade. 164 pages, full color. Flip, full color. Let's see. Well, issue 1, I had Arlie Tucker and Alex Garcia do the art. Arlie Tucker did a story. Alex Garcia did a backup story. Russ Campbell did the colors on the main story, with Giuseppe Pica doing the colors on the second story. And that actually didn't come out first, but it seemed like the appropriate place to start, which is why I released it in the first place. So that is issue 0. Book starts off with that. Issue 1, I wrote the whole thing, but I also did the art of issue 1. So that was way back. In talking to some other indie creators, sometimes they redo their first issue, sometimes a number of times. I'm basically what they call a writer who draws, not a artist who writes. So, but I found it to be important to leave that in, warts and all. But there are those who do like my art. So, and for those, I thank you. But like I said, I drew the first issue myself. Giuseppe Pica had colored it, and it was an issue that I really enjoyed putting together. And sentimental reasons, of course, it's a favorite. So I have that in there. Issue 2, Rafael Dantas Gomez is in there. And actually, myself and Rafael have art rewards available on this Kickstarter. So if you're looking for an art reward, any character, your character, doesn't have to be mainstream, can be an indie character, we will do that. We will make that happen. And Giuseppe Pica did the colors on that one. All right. Oh, well, I'll save that for the end. Issue 4, Brad Green did the art. Colors by Giuseppe Pica. Issue 5, we had T.G. Sangalang and Miguel Marquez doing T.G. Sangalang doing the art, and Miguel Marquez doing the colors. You might have noticed I skipped issue 3, which was a multi-publisher crossover. So really had a lot of characters and artists and even a couple other writers beyond myself. Let's see. We had a framing sequence by Arlie Tucker, colors Giuseppe Pica. We had actually Sentinels by Drumfish Productions, good friends with Rich Bernatovich, and he's the writer of that. Luciano Vecchio is the artist of that, and in actuality, Rich wrote his segment in that. Luciano did the art, colors, and letters. So that was a great little chapter. And let's see, Kevin McVeigh did his own writing on his little chapter there. That was Guest Starring the Squirrel, colors by Giuseppe Pica. Skunk and Sorority of Power Okay, Bill Mouse's Skunk and My Sorority Power had a chapter in there. Bill Mouse doing the art, Giuseppe Pica doing the colors. Majestic 12, that's owned by Justin Leach. Gene Sinclair of Brazil did the art in that. Giuseppe Pica did the colors in that. Near X, again, another Bill Mouse creation. I wrote that part. Bill Mouse did the art. Colors, surprise, surprise, Giuseppe Pica. Lastly, we had Scott Jones doing a chapter. He's known on the independent market as Shade sometimes. He has some very popular Kickstarters himself. And he did the art of his chapter with his characters, guest starring Morning Glory, and Pat Carlucci's characters guest starred in that as well, that chapter, Acrocat and Witchy Boo. Pat was a late Pat Carlucci, was a big influence on me early on as far as getting into the independent publishing market. He had actually wanted to do prints of mainstream characters and then hit with his own characters. Unfortunately, he had passed prior to being able to get that accomplished. I got permission to use his characters and finally have his dreams fulfilled of having his characters see publication. So Giuseppe Pica did the colors on that. All right. I should also point out the covers of the issues that are included within this. Issue Zero's cover was by Rick Mays, who was an art favorite of mine for years and years. I guess his most renowned work was probably Kabuki Mask of Noah from David Max Kabuki, or maybe Arsenal for DC. He has a number of great art credits to his name. Again, one of my favorite artists. Was able to track him down, get him to do the cover of issue 0. Issue 1, issue 3, and issue 4 all had covers by Brad Green, who did the art of issue 4. Another guy who is just a phenomenal artist that I love his work, and I've revisited him time and time again with covers. An upcoming story, I believe, will be Argo 5 number 26, probably. And we had a cover from issue 2 by Francesco, a very well-known artist, Francesco with the exclamation point at the end. And let's see. Oh, issue 5 had a cover by MC Wyman. Again, another former Marvel artist who I've gotten a number of pieces from. So that's giving you a little information about the creative talents, what to expect as far as story is concerned. It is super team adventure. I try to throw in a little more towards the character development side and more towards like their personal lives, perhaps even a little soap opera element to it. So, I've done single issues, as I said. We're lettering issue 25 right now, so it's been a successful series. But getting a trade paperback collection is actually a bit more work than you would imagine as far as, compiling it and getting the printing cost to be reasonable enough to have a wide release. So in that respect, I'm popping over to Kickstarter. I'll have the link in the comments below. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But to all those who have pledged already, I really thank you for your support. We do have an early bird special that is running out. So I suggest if you see this video and you're interested, you should really pop over there and get your hands on it as soon as possible. Well, that pretty much rounds things up. So thanks again for watching, and see you all soon.